Hi everyone, this is Silverwolf and I'm here today with a video to compare the old kitty surprise with the new kitty surprise. I did one on the puppy surprises, so I thought I'd do one as a comparison between the kitty surprises as well, because in all honesty the kitty surprises are quite different from one another than the puppy surprises are. And the new kitty surprises, seem to be more based on the puppy surprises. They've used the same patterns and various things like that for the babies. So I thought I could do a comparison video to show you how different the new ones are from the old ones from the 90s. So here we have on the left Autumn, my kitty surprise that I got the other day, and my old kitty surprise on the right. Now the old one I got from eBay some years ago because I didn't have a kitty surprise as a child. So yes, I can't remember what I called her, if I called her anything at all actually. We'll call her the 90s kitty surprise in this video, and Autumn. Okay, right, I've got a bit of a sniffle today, so if I sniff a bit, that's why. It's not very warm. Even though it's lovely and sunny today, it's not very warm. You can see the sun there shining in through the window. It's very unusual for it to be sunny in England, as most people know. Anyway, let's begin. So, the first thing that you notice about these two is they're both facing a different direction. Kitty surprise is facing towards the left, the 90s one, and Autumn is facing towards the right. And the tails are also very different as well. Autumn's is pointing down and is quite short, whereas the 90s kitty surprise has a very long tail and it is sticking up when they both have the little bow at the bottom of the tail. And here's her one. So that's the most noticeable difference when you first look at them. Another thing is the faces. Now, Autumn has been stuffed in such a way that her head is held up quite well, as you can see. Whereas the 90s kitty surprise, she's kind of looking down all the time. Maybe you could put a kitten there and she could be looking at it. The necks are quite different and she's quite floppy there in the neck. The old ones always were. The new ones, their heads seem to be held up a lot better. Whether it's because they're new and the stuffing just loosens with age and the heads flop down, I don't know. Anyway, so looking at the faces here, we've got Autumn has a top knot, whereas the old one has got like fluffy fur all around her cheeks and face there, like a great big bushy beard, as they say on the movie Hot Fuzz, which I love, by the way. They both have bows on top of their heads. Autumn's ears are made of this lovely silky material, whereas the 90s kitty surprise is not. However, the 90s kitty surprise has little tufts of fur in her ears and KS embroidered on her ear there. Now, the 90s puppy surprises and the 90s kitty surprises did have this embroidered on the insides of their ears. So, that's one subtle difference between them and the new ones. The new ones don't have that at all. The other one doesn't have anything inside. She doesn't have her collar, this one, so I can't really compare that. But I do know that the old collars were fixed on with Velcro. They were normally pink, and they were similar to this, except they were flat, and it was an opaque plastic, not transparent. And she would have had, I think, Kitty Surprise written on instead of the abbreviated KS. So that's what her collar would have looked like. Looking at the faces here, the old one's face seems a lot bigger than the new one, and her eyes are similar. The eye shapes are similar. The eyes are painted quite different. And whereas the new one's face is entirely smooth, the old one, if you can see here, I don't know if you can see in the light, but it's got etchings where the eyebrows would be. You can see there. And on the cheeks here as well. So it's got detailing on it, which was a nice thing about the kitty surprises. They did have the detailing, and puppy surprises did to an extent as well, so it was just a nice little detail. Obviously I think these ones are probably a bit cheaper made, and they just put the faces in a mould and do them like that. It's easier not to have the etching and just do a face like that. Now I think that whereas the new puppy surprises and the old ones have a very similar face, the new kitty surprises faces have slightly different design to them than the old ones. You can see these two are very slightly different. The face, the shape of the muzzle and the little tongue sticking out, and the general shape of the face as well. This one's face is more covered by the fur, and her face, as you can see, sticks out more. You can see her forehead sticking out there as well. So the body shape is pretty much the same, obviously, because that's what shape their bodies are. From behind, they're both similar. You can see there. And looking at them from underneath, we can see that the labels are in a different place. Hers is on her back leg there, and hers is sort of between her legs there as well. And the original ones were made by Hasbro, so you can see there. It's sideways, but you can see Hasbro, made in China. And on the back, just washing instructions and things. And this one was made in 1992. And this one's got a whole little booklet with a barcode and various other things written in it. Again, what material she's made of. 2015 she was made in, and she's safe. She's got the European safety standard thing there, hand wash only, air dry, and all that good stuff there. So looking at the tummy pouches here, pardon my sniffing, I really need to blow my nose, but the bathroom is actually, this door here it leads into the bathroom. I do this in my bedroom. It's an ensuite, and the toilet paper's in there, and I can't get in there at the moment. But anyway, I know it's quite itchy. I don't have a cold, but I did have a couple of weeks, last week actually, so still sort of recovering. But anyway, the tummy pouches, this one here, now another thing that I've noticed is the new ones have Velcro along one side, and they rely on this piece of material here as the fixer for the other side, whereas the old ones had both sides Velcro. So opening them up, there we go, and opening her up as well. She's a bit stiffer because she's newer. There we go. Now you can see, looking at them, the old one opens up far more widely than the new one, and that's just basically how it's sewn. This one has been sewn. It's hard to explain, but it's sort of stitched. They cut a straight line in the material and put this on the inside and the lining, whereas this one, the material has actually been done in a pattern in such a way that it folds in here to be soft and there to be soft, and so opens more widely and has got the lining sewn inside it. So yeah, she just opens more widely, and I suppose it's a bit easier to get the kittens out without getting them all on the Velcro. The Velcro, the sticky side of the Velcro is on the same side on both of them. It's on the bottom here. So we'll get the kittens out. We've already seen Autumn's kittens in the last video. And there we go. It's her kittens. Do this back up. And there we go. Put her there with her kittens. And we'll get the 90s Kitty Surprises kittens out. I'm not sure as all these came with her originally, because I got her second hand, but do it back up. Okay. Right. The kittens, as you can see, the old kittens are their designs are quite different. Now these new kittens, we'll choose you, and we'll choose you out of them. The new kittens, I'll just swipe one of them as well. Their design, the pattern they use for their body is the same as the original Puppy Surprises and the current Puppy Surprises. They've just got this flat body shape here. Now the Kitty Surprises, their kittens were shaped like that, which is a much more cat-like shape, I think. Again, they're filled with beans, whereas the new ones aren't. They're just stuffed. They've got long tails, whereas these ones have got the tails that are the same as the Puppy Surprises, which I think is kind of sad. I wish that they kept the same design for the kittens, because it made them a bit more unique instead of just doing it the cheap way and, you know, using the same pattern for all the baby animals. I think that they should have kept the kitty design, because it was a very nice design and it made them look more like little kittens, really. I don't know what the the rabbits or the ponies look like, the baby rabbits or ponies, because I don't have a bunny surprise or pony surprise. But I don't know, it may be the same as this. But they did it basically because it's a bit cheaper. Which is, it's fair enough, it's making sense, but at the same time the original people did a different pattern for them. I don't know, maybe Hasbro copyrighted it so the new people couldn't use it. Anyway, that's beside the point. So the first thing you notice about them is that their body shape is very different. And also another thing with the kitty surprises, you can see this one here has got a fluffy face and this one here has not. And they did do really oriental looking kittens with smooth faces, and they all looked a bit different. I've seen the variation in the new puppy surprises, but the new kitty surprises all seem to have the same face mould here. They may have some different ones, I don't know, but I've only seen these ones. So there's that. Anyway, so looking at them here, there's the obvious thing with the body, the longer tail of the old one. They're around about the same size. And again, looking at these, the bow here is stitched on, so you can't get it off. And the bow here has been, it's not stitched on, it swivels around the neck, but a tiny little stitch has been put on here just to hold it in a bow shape so it doesn't come undone, which I think looks nicer than just having it stitched like that. The neck of the old one had an indent, as you can see here, for the ribbon to go, whereas the new one doesn't. They've tied it with a cable tie underneath, which you can see, although I think the ribbon's supposed to hide that. So again, it's cheaply made, more so than the original. Also, the old ones have a little heart with a bow above it underneath their chin. The new ones don't have that. Looking at their faces, they're quite different. I think the original ones look more like real cats. The new ones are very cartoony. They're very, very cute, but at the same time they're very cartoony. I don't know. I think personally I prefer the old ones. I like the new ones, and if you take this and just look at it by itself, it's lovely, you know. But when you compare it to the old ones, you can see there's more detail in the old one's face, and the markings and everything are a little bit more imaginative. And yeah, you know, that's just me. I do like the new kitties very much, and they do have very cute faces, but I still prefer the old ones because it was just more detail in them and the sculpts were better on their heads. Other than that, the only other thing is the old ones have labels on them. Again, it's by Hasbro and it's similar to the label that's on the mum. The new ones don't have the labels, and I think that's actually better. I don't really think it's necessary to put a label on all of the little kitties inside. I think it looks a bit daft. So I think that as far as that's concerned, the new ones come out on the top, really, because they're just nicer without a label stuck out of them, really. So yeah, that's the comparison of the kittens and the other two kittens, just to show you. We've got one that looks like his mum. It's white all over. And the other one has got a mottled body, which is very cute. And also, I've just noticed that actually, the tongue is sticking out the front of the open, awake one, and it's sticking just slightly at the side of the sleepy one. He looks a bit dopey and I don't know, he's having a nice dream or something, I think, there. But that's very cute. I didn't realise the tongue was sticking out slightly to the side. I do like that. It's good. And he's got a closed mouth. Or she's got a closed mouth. So yeah. So that's the comparison between the old and new kitty surprises. I really do like the new kitties. I love their faces and I love the way they look and the sparkles they've added to their bows and everything. I think similar to the puppy surprises, they've put so much effort into the mums and they look really nice, but I don't think they've put quite as much effort into the babies. But we'll see what they come up with. They'll probably do some more, a new series of them, and they'll be more creative and they come in different colours and things. The baby puppy surprises of the new ones are more creative, but then again I've seen a lot more of them than I have the cat, so I can't really judge. I do like the one with the spotty fur though, like his mum, he's very cute. So, there you go, that's the comparison. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you next time. This is Silverwolf signing off.